Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking on how we can easily change this picture, this black and white picture, to a colored picture using the color adjustment layer. So without much further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is to go to the layers panel, click and select the color adjustment layer. So once you click on it, you will select and click on the very color that best match each part that you want to paint. So for now, we'll be working with the skin. So let's select the color that best suits the skin that we'll be working with. So let's select and choose the color. So I think this is perfectly okay for now, but we'll have to reduce the saturation. It is too saturated, so let's reduce the saturation. Good, as you can see, this color is best suiting for a skin color. So click on OK or click on this exit. So now we are painting in white. Click and select white because white simply means you should paint. But before then, we'll have to invert this. So for you to invert it, you click Ctrl I on your keyboard. Click and hold Ctrl I on your keyboard to invert. So once you invert, don't always paint in black. Well, painting in black simply means you are reducing or removing the colors, but painting in white simply means you're adding or increasing color. So select and click the brush tool as you are painting in white. Remember, you can also use the bracket keys on your keyboard to increase or decrease the size of the brush. So for you to increase and decrease the size of the brush, use the bracket keys on your keyboard to increase or decrease the size of the brush. And zoom closely so that you can carefully paint. For the sake of the tutorials, we'll not be using perfection, we'll not be perfecting our coloring, but we'll be putting you through on how to do it. So we'll roughly touch the colors and arrive at what we want, but when you are to practice it, please make sure you do it well. And please, if you want to follow along, there's a link of this image in the description below, so you can also download it and follow alongside with us. So as you select the brush tool and the color is in white, carefully paint on the skin. Make sure you avoid other parts that are not skin. Make sure you avoid the eyes, you avoid the hair, the earring, the shape. Down here you avoid the laptop and the back and the table, and also the eyes. But you paint everywhere there is skin. All this side you paint them, you paint the hands, you paint the ear. But the earring, the head, the eyes, the lips, the table, the laptop, the bag, and the shirt, leave them aside because we are going to be painting all of those one after the other. So let's paint on the skin now. Good, as you can see, we have painted all the areas that we have to paint and that has anything to do with the skin. We have repainted everything. So now we have to change the blending option. We change the blending option of this layer. But first of all, we would like to rename this layer so that we won't get confused. So let's double click to rename it, and this is for the skin. So let's rename it as body / skin. Perfect. So we'll now change the blending option. Let's change the blending option from normal to average. So click and select, then scroll down to change it to average. Good. Now you can see the skin color is best matching. So the next step now is to paint the lid. So you follow the same procedure to paint the lid. So let's click and select the color adjustment layer. So now let's click and select the color that best suits our lid. So let's reduce this a little. Let's go with the red. It's more of red. Let's reduce the saturation. I think this is okay. Click on OK. I rename it to lips. To lips. So now click and invert it by holding Ctrl I on your keyboard. Good. Now paint only on the lips. So let's click on it. Select the brush tool. Also paint on the lips. So let's go back to the body and paint on these areas. Let's go back to the lips and paint well. So now we have successfully painted the lips. So now we'll go ahead to change the blending option. So also change the blending option from normal to average also. Good. So this is perfectly okay. So if in case you don't want it like this, you can equally change it back to normal and just reduce the opacity. I think we are okay with this. This is more preferable. So now let's paint on the shape. So click again and add the color adjustment layer. So now we'll choose green for the color. Let's go with green. Reduce the saturation. Yes, and I think we are okay with this for the shade. Click OK. Click I to invite. Then rename it to shape. So select the brush tool. Zoom in to paint. So let's increase the size. Also paint. So let's paint out this other part that have affected the skin. So we'll change this to black and paint in black to remove this part that have affected the skin out. Good. So go back to white and continue your painting. Make sure you carefully and gently paint. For the sake of the tutorials, we are just rushing. But please, if you want to work on the picture perfectly well, make sure you calm down and paint. Perfectly okay. Now we have succeeded in painting the skin, the lips, the shades. So now let's paint the table.
Yes.
So add another with color adjustment layer and select the color that you want to paint the table with. So let's go with at least a green. Let's go with this green. Good. So evac again and rename it to table. Good. So paint, select the brush tool and paint in white. So we have succeeded in painting the table also. So let's change the blending option for the table to color.
Give us the map. Because the first start to bit here.
Good. So let's change the color of the table also, because we don't really want the color to be matching with the shade. So double click on the adjustment layer and change the color of the table.
Yeah, that's good.
I think this is okay. So now let's paint the hair. So you click and also add another color adjustment layer and select the color that best suits for the hair. So let's go with this for the hair. I think this is okay. click OK, and rename it to hair. Then invert it by combining Ctrl I on your keyboard. So now paint only the head.
Lift.
So we forgot to work on the ears. So let's go back to the ears and paint. Let's go back to the body and skin. Then select the brush. Then let's paint back the ear. And you're about to remove the earring out. Good. Go back and paint again. Alright, so now let's go back to the hair and paint. Good. So now let's work with the color. We don't really like this color, sorry, but we'll click here to change the color. So we'll work with the red. Let's change it to red a little bit. Good. So reduce the opacity. Good, I think we're okay with this. So now we'll be coloring the bag and the laptop. So make another with color adjustment layer and choose the color for the bag. Let's go with the good. I think we'll prefer this color. Very. You said okay, then Ctrl I to invert. So now paint only on the back. Let's increase the size of the brush. So paint. I think we're okay with this. As for the laptop, we'll leave it in black. It's okay. And let's go down now. So let's work on the eyes. Go back to the body and skin layer to paint this on the side of the eyes. Good. So we're done. So this is how you can change the black and white picture to color picture in Affinity Photos. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.